Hey, look I got my Brad hat on.
Oh gosh, you're amazing there.
I know I'm amazing there.
You look like walking death.
Am I bright? Am I bright again?
You are bright and washed out, man. You're a whitewashed, like maybe it's just your white beard. Anyways, it's Thursday night. Look at that, 7 people in here already. Thursday night, yeah, it's here, y'all. It's another week, another fun show, another great guest.
We do have a great guest today. Good friend. That's all I can say. Good friend.
I gotta share. I gotta get my stuff shared out here. So
you got to share that. Well, sure. Well, anyway, so this is a good friend. He was on the Live from the Barbecue Department at Wanamaker's a while back. This guy knows how to cook, and he's the tallest guy in barbecue, they say. And I have to admit it because Brian will pull up the picture later, but I can't believe I looked so short. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. I know I am short, but he does a lot of stuff. He does the Blues Hog sauces. Obviously, that's with the Blues Hogs up there in the corner, but he also does the Gateway drums, and he also does Marble Ridge Farms, which is, when we had the class with Smitty and Fergie over at Wanamaker's, we used one of his briskets at the class.
Just rub it in, a class that I had to miss.
Yeah, I know. It was a nice looking brisket. Of course, Smitty had it all trimmed up. It all came all like perfect and everything from where he ordered it from. Didn't have to do a lot of trimming to it, but it was a nice looking brisket. So, anyway, are you ready? Are you all shared out?
You're talking about Blues Hog and everything like that, but if you guys are looking for stuff, if you're in the area, stop by Wanamaker's in good old beautiful Downers Grove, or if not, barbecueproshop.com. Use code chat10 for 10% off your orders.
Yeah.
We already the stuff is rolling in here already. We got
it ain't us. I can tell you that.
A couple Facebook users. How's it going? What's up? Mr. Terry White in there, sir. Ding ding.
Ding ding.
Yeah.
I gotta look and see if I can get into
we got another Facebook user says, "What's the topic?"
What's the topic? It's barbecue is the topic. And we got one of the best barbecuers out there.
And we got another Facebook user. Guys, if you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, I'll put it in the comments here. You can register your Facebook name for StreamYard so we can actually see who you are, just like Griddles and Vittles always does and says, "What's up?" Yes, somebody says they'll be heading over your way tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Been there once, but look at Steve still wearing the hat. He sleeps in the hat.
Well, I sleep in the hat, right?
And Mr. Keith, how we doing there, sir? Yes. And we got a hells yeah. Anyways, let's bring him up to the stage. Mr. Tim Scheer, welcome to the show.
How you guys doing?
We are great. How are you doing this evening?
Doing all right. I'm in the mobile office.
He's in the mobile office. He's on his way to a basketball game in the great city of Milwaukee.
That's right. We got the whole family spread out again this weekend. We've got one playing in Milwaukee and the other one's heading to Cincinnati right now. So it's a divide and conquer type of deal.
Yeah. Then you can do that sometimes. Yeah, you gotta do that.
Hello, Gwen says, "What's up, Mr. Blues Hog? See you in a few weeks."
Yes, sir. Talking about Memphis, I guess.
Probably Memphis in May. Well, we got. But speaking of that, obviously you're traveling to Milwaukee and stuff like that. Does that cutting down on your competitions this year? Is that or I should say for the last couple of years, because I know the kids have been around and they're getting to that sports age. But does that cut down on how many tournaments you do, and how many did you used to do before, and how many do you do now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the most we ever did was like 42 competitions in one year, and that was obviously ridiculously crazy. But we've cut back, just trying to hit some of the major ones that we really enjoy doing. We were down at Hogs for the Cause a couple of weeks ago down in New Orleans, and it was the first time we ever went down there, which was an incredible place. Incredible event, honestly. They started that thing like 13 years ago and raised like $7,500, and this year, I think they raised $4.3 million for pediatric brain cancer. And we got invited to cook for a team down there. It's a similar setup to like Memphis and stuff, so it's a pretty big deal. But we ended up winning the grand champion down there for him, so that was a lot of fun, and for one of the best causes I've ever been involved with. So really cool event. We were lucky to get to go down there and top it off with a win.
I think Ryan. I think the first picture I got up there. He's holding the pink. He's holding the pink pig. That's them on the walk in the city. That's pretty cool because I know I there you guys are. Yeah,
there it is. Yep.
Look at that group.
Classic picture there, buddy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it looks almost like the Memphis in May picture, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a similar event. We did whole hog, and we did pork, and we did ribs, and they did like a pork puree, which is kind of anything pork. So, we did a pork belly king cake type deal, and it was really cool. But again, just a super fun event. Mike Johnson was down there, and Brad from the Shed, and Sweet Swan of mine, and just loaded up with good teams and good people. It was a lot of fun.
Brad from the Shed.
See.
Yeah, that guy right there.
See, Ryan's jealous. See, he's jealous. I was wearing my hat.
Yeah, Ubons were down there. I mean, pretty much everybody. It was fun.
Yeah, Leslie was on last week. She mentioned you guys and said you guys are on like the same travel circuit. She said
seems like it. Fun. Yeah.
So how did you? Well, Ryan and I were talking before the thing, and obviously Blues Hog is a big part of what you guys do, and Bill Arnold's the one who came up with the sauce. How did you guys come about, or how did you, in essence, how did you come about working with Bill to where you guys now are in charge of the legacy of the sauce?
Yeah, well, Bill and I were friends just from barbecue competitions here in Missouri. He was originally from Jackson, Tennessee, but he moved up to mid-Missouri basically. So he was cooking a lot of the same events that I was cooking at, and we had mutual friends, and obviously we were using his sauce in the competitions, and I was intrigued by him, and if you ever met Bill, you knew how funny he was and crazy to hang out with. So I really enjoyed that, and as his brain cancer got worse and worse, and he basically just came to me and said, "Timmy, I need you to take over," and I was like, really shocked, and just, what do you say? You say yes, I guess. You know what I mean?
You're right.
And just figured out as we went. So, we're fortunate for that, but obviously, circumstances that Bill was in was not the greatest deal. So, I just took over with the intentions of basically living out his dream. Honestly, he told me he wanted a Blues Hog in every household in America, and that's kind of been our mission ever since.
Definitely one of my favorite sauces. Now that you guys just started out, Bill only had the original. You guys just had the original in the beginning, or did he have a couple flavors at that point already?
Yeah, sauce-wise, he had the original sauce. He had Smoky Mountain. He had Tennessee Red, and he had honey mustard. As far as seasoning, we just had the original seasoning. So, we've really expanded the seasoning line here lately, and we've added, the Champions blend, and the raspberry was his recipe from way back. He made it in small batches, so we got to release that. As well as the gourmet finishing sauce that we brought to the Royal, in his honor last year. That was a kind of a limited release only, I guess. So, he had a heck of a palate and a talent for creating these flavors, and we obviously want to keep that quality and tradition going.
Yeah, that Tennessee Red on the ribs is just, that's my go-to now.
Yeah, it's hard to beat, man. Pulled pork, ribs, even chicken wings. I mean, it's the vinegar base. Once you try it and figure it out, it's hard to beat.
Yeah, definitely.
Championship is my favorite, and Mr. Bayless has the credit for that, because the original was my favorite forever, and he was at one of the Do It Best hardware shows, and he's like, "Well, you got to try the Champion," and I tried it, and ever since then, it's been Champion's been my go-to for that.
Champion's blend is really our most balanced sauce, probably. So it's very likable, and it's quickly taken over as our best seller too.
Shell says brisket all day long.
Oh yeah.
Well, a lot of people. I think the biggest sleeper sauce I think is that raspberry chipotle. I think that's that's an awesome sauce. I mean,
it's awake now. I tell you that. Like, it was one of those that Bill always made in, super small batch in his kitchen with real raspberries and everything else. So, I knew the recipe and I knew it had been sitting there in the file, and I was like, well, how could we ever do it, the way he did it? But, thankfully to our co-packer, they were willing to do it exactly like he did it, and we still use real raspberries and grind them and do it the way he did it in his kitchen. And that's, I think, what sets it apart. I meit's obviously not the cheapest way to make a product, but it's what we like, and it's true to the recipe, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, Michelle was talking about brisket. I think Smoky Mountain's my favorite on brisket, and it's been making a come up here lately too, and it's always kind of been the sleeper in my mind.
Really, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Ryan's doing so. I thought Ryan was going to ask a question, but I guess he's
I'm stretching my arm here.
Oh, okay. He's just stretching his arm. He's got a pinch. He's got a
like school.
No, he's got a pinch.
I got a pinched nerve in my neck that's shooting pains down my arm, and it's just getting worse and worse.
He's been doing that for a couple of weeks now. It's kind of entertaining.
I know that feeling. I've got 12 screws in my neck from that same operation. But you don't
want
to do that.
See, there you go, Ryan. You know, you're looking at your future right there. 12 screws.
That's right. Yeah. One of them's loose.
And I was gonna say that I can be like Steve with one loose, but yeah.
Oh, it's gonna bobble around.
Yeah, Griddles and Will say they love the raspberry chipotle. So
yeah, that's
good stuff there.
That's kind of the one that when people try it, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, it blows their mind, and it's got kind of a unique flavor, but just a explosion of flavor, flavor bomb basically. So it's a heavy hitter.
Who came up with the profile for the wild sauce, the wing sauce? Because it's not like a buffalo sauce. It's like a Louisiana type of sauce.
Yeah.
It's awesome flavor.
Yeah, that was one of my creations. We had a local kind of a Cajun restaurant here that went out of business years ago, and that's kind of where I got the inspiration of it from. It is more of I call it like a Cajun orange sauce, like a it does have that, Louisiana flair to it. It's really good on shrimp and things like that. So I even use it on salads and stuff like that too. So no, it's a really good one. One of our newer additions. We've got several in the works actually right now. We've got a buffalo garlic parm sauce that I'm a real big fan of right now. We've been using it, at events, kind of on the down low, but it's really been getting rave reviews, and we're anxiously getting ready to release that. We've got a spicier sauce we've been working on, just a more spicy barbecue sauce, because it's one of the things we don't really have, as well as some more unique flavors. We've got a steak sauce we've been working on. We've also got kind of an Asian style barbecue sauce that we've been messing with as well. So there's a lot of things in the works, and we've got some new seasonings coming as well. So no breaks around here. We've been keeping the hammer down and keeping it going. So
keeping it going and innovating. I like that, boys. Yeah. See, Ryan. The thing is like hardly anybody watches the show, and all these secrets get told on this show. I mean, there's all these new sauces and everything coming out.
You're not supposed to say that nobody watches this. Everybody knows the secrets now. We just let them all out.
Wow.
Yeah, you heard it first right here.
That's I like that. We got our good buddy Roy in here. Says, "Hey guys, happy Thursday."
Hey Roy.
Roy. I think this is my buddy Alfie here, but he's trying to get his Facebook to register for StreamYard, but it's blocking him for some reason. So,
well, there might be reasons for that. You never know.
Yeah.
Michelle says there's 25 people. Our thing only shows 10, so there must be a lot of people that we don't see. Our updaters, I don't trust those anyway.
So there's 25. I think that's 1,000. Is what you mean? 25,000.
Well, it seems like everybody's got the same amount. Every show I watch, everybody's got the same amount. So I don't understand how the counter works. But who came up? Where did you come up with the idea? Because I mean, for the longest time, selling the Blue Sog stuff, for the longest time, it was just the original rub, and then it was the bold and beefy, and then the sweet and savory. When who came up and decided like, hey, we're gonna dump 6 rubs on everybody and let it be a free for all?
Well, we released the sweet and savory and the bold and beefy just to, as our kind of our core barbecue flavors, and they're all purpose. They go on almost everything. So those 2 alone, I felt like could cover the majority of the meats that we typically cook, but as we went along and, as I was, honestly just cooking at home and things like that, you start to want to, have specialized seasonings, I guess, for whatever you're cooking. And definitely a big taco and fajita style fan. So we wanted that. And then also the Cajun. And then we also needed a good chicken rub is what I was looking for. So, we started creating those and, the truffle and chop, the truffle oil and things like that has been fairly popular on the internet. And I think that one's one of my favorite, for sure. We got the, the garlic and the salt and the truffle and everything in there just for pork chops and steaks and things like that. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, just some more unique things and just for the everyday cook at home and during the week and not just, your typical barbecue flavors.
What's the makeup of the chicken one? Because the chicken, we did a class up here, and Sean Young, we actually used it on shrimp, and it was just incredible.
Yeah, it's got that buttery, garlicky, salty, some herb as well. So you're dead on there. I use it on shrimp all the time. It makes a really good garlic bread and things like that. It's got that type of flavor. So you can go Italian, you can go with it on your steak. I mean, there's a million different ways you can use that one, and that's one of my favorites as well. Eggs and everything, but it's not like a lemon pepper or anything like that. It's got kind of that more of a buttery, garlicky type flavor to it. So, it's a good one in my mind.
Yeah, that is a good one. That's one of my favorites. So if anybody's looking for a good chicken rub,
I mix them. I mix that one with the truffle, and then you got like your buttery, truffly, type flavor on, on pork chops and chicken breasts, anything like that. It's really good. I've mixed it with the Cajun on shrimp. We use it on wings with the Cajun a lot. So yeah, it's kind of, I hate to call things by the, with the beefy and the chicken and things like that because people tend to limit themselves, but really it's just an all-purpose type flavor that you can mix and match however you want.
It's awesome. Griddles of Middle said that we've got 4 million people on Facebook watching us right now. So
that's what I thought. Mine's almost ready to crash. It looks like.
That's what mine said too. Yeah, right.
Scott Cooper says, "What's up, guys?" And then our Facebook user, we don't know who it is, says, "The man, the myth, the legend. One of my favorite peeps in barbecue."
A Facebook user, you're one of my favorite ones too.
Oh, you know what that is?
It's gotta be Brad Leininger. Gotta be Brad.
No, it's actually it's Joshua DeWitt from JDQ.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
I actually found where everybody was chatting, so I can actually see for some reason it works on in the group, but it doesn't transfer over to the big screen here.
Somebody says, when does the truffle and chop come in 20-pound bags? I burned through that stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's really not
bad idea. So, so then you also do, you came out with the Gateway drum. That's what you were probably doing. Were you doing that before Blues Hog was the Gateway drum?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we started making the drums about 2012 and, Blues Hog came about and, came over to us about 2015. So yeah, we were selling the original 55 gallon. We had made some, a few 30 gallons at the time. And, Gateway's always kind of our second or third, kind of company in line with, obviously Blues Hog leading the way, but, just a fun group of people, with our Insane Cam posse and the following and the community that we've been able to build in the barbecue network, especially, has been probably one of the most fun things that we've got to do. You know what I mean? It's just, helping these people cook, and when they see the difference in the hot and fast and, compared to what they used to do, and their eyes light up and they just, it's kind of like they see the light, and that's exactly how I was when I first started doing it, so it's pretty cool the way it works with those guys, and they're kind of our loudest and proudest online and help us marketing and things like that. So it's just a really cool group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can tell you after being at a bunch of the classes, because Sean only, he does our classes and he only uses drums. And I tell you, I wouldn't do anything but a drum, only because if I can do a brisket in 5 hours, then I'm not. Why be up for 12? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Scott Perkins says it's a great show tonight.
I was going to say, speaking to the drums real quick, we came out with the go-to drum, which is it's essentially like a 20-gallon version, but it, can be more of a grill, a tailgate. We call it the go-to just to go anywhere you want, and it's very light, portable, and it actually makes a hell of a steak cook. So, but I've actually done brisket on it. I've done ribs on it, a bunch of different items on it so far, but it's a fun little cooker too, if you guys haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't seen that one. I know where you can buy a Gateway drum. I do sell Gateway drums. So if anybody's looking for Gateway drums, they want to see one in person.
Yep.
Head over to Wanamaker's, and yes, it's on the
I heard you were cooking samples tomorrow on it.
Oh, you kidding? Why get it all dirty? I don't want to get it dirty. It looks so nice and shiny.
The part that I knew it was fake because you said Steve and cooking in the same sentence. I just
okay.
Wow.
You were going to talk about cooking.
Right? Ryan makes fun of my. I live in an apartment. I can't put a drum on the balcony. I mean, I could.
You could.
I don't know if the people up above would like the smoke. Well, I don't know. They might like the smell.
They might
have more friends than you knew.
Yeah.
More friends than the one I have. It's the only one I have sitting next to me over there. And he only does it once a week.
Barbecue classes and can't cook toast.
Now that sounds like
he only cooks hamburgers if Sonny's holding his hand.
Jesus God.
They're hard on you, buddy.
It's just a beat up on Steve night, I guess.
I believe in you. I think you can do it.
I think that's I bet you that one with the 50 barbecue. I wonder if that's Sean Young. I don't see him in my conversations, but that sounds like something like he would say, because I've taken all of his classes. I'm at every single class, but I could probably cook some of that if I really tried really hard.
Yeah. You get on our website on Marble Ridge and order you a pack of those Wagyu hot dogs. That'd be a good place to start.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Burgers, steaks.
Yeah.
So the Marble Ridge. Now you started out. You have the farm. The farm that goes all the way. Does that go? That goes way back.
That goes back to day one. I grew up on the hog farm, and spent most of my life as growing up working on the farm, and hay fields and hogs and everything else that came with it. Had an opportunity to buy some property that kind of butted up to my family, mom and dad's property basically, and started wanting to just hobby farm, I guess, and started raising some Wagyu cattle and kind of like everything I've done, it turned into a little more than I imagined. But we've got about 150 mama cows out there right now. We've got a feed yard out there. We've got just all full blood Japanese black Wagyu cattle out there. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of learning and a lot of expense so far, but it's a 3 to 4 year process with these things. So before you start getting the major return on it. So we're doing it. We're having we're enjoying it, and it's something that growing up on a farm, I couldn't get away from it fast enough, I guess. But as you get older, you kind of learn to appreciate it and go back to it, I guess. So my dad still raises the hogs, and he's working out there all the time with them. So we've also taken a small tiny portion of what he does and added some of the genetics that I had been working on in the pig world as well. So we use a Mangalitsa Duroc sired hog line and cross that with the Chester Whites. So we've got kind of like a trifecta of characteristics that we try to take from each breed and make the best pork that we can make. And that's what we use at competitions, when we do Memphis and we do Hogs for the Cause and these events. So those animals are coming straight from our farm, and there's definitely a difference in them. It's brighter red, it's more marbling, it's softer fat, it's more tender, it doesn't dry out. I mean, there's so many benefits. It's actually even healthier for you. So there's a lot of things that we've done, and and continue to kind of piddle with as we go.
I do have to say that brisket that Smitty had shipped in was a thing of beauty. I mean, it was just
And
gorgeous.
that's the difference. There's in the Wagyu world, there's a lot of, it only has to be 50% to call it, legally Wagyu. So a lot of is crossed with Angus or another breed, you know what I mean, that you're not sure about. So what we've been doing is the 100% Japanese Wagyu. So it's not crossed down with anything. So you're going to definitely notice a difference in, not only marbling, but lower melting point of the fat and softer fat and things like that. And, smoother and just, there's quite a few differences that you would realize.
Interesting. Very interesting. So going back to the drums. Now, I was finding pictures for Ryan right before you came on. It was an emergency search for pictures because I forgot that I was supposed to do that this morning. I couldn't find it. Tim has the biggest drum smoker you'll ever see in your whole life. I got to witness it at the Q at the Lou. It is absolutely incredible. How big is that? How big is it?
So we've actually got 3 of them now that we built for, basically for cooking whole hogs at Memphis and other events. But, we started obviously with the 55-gallon drum, but this mega drum is actually a 500, I think it's a little over 500 gallons. So it's, I think it's 5 foot diameter. But yeah, believe it or not, we fired it up for the first time, cooked our first hog on it, and it ran exactly like the regular size drums, settled in at 300 and just cruised there forever. And it was, I was kind of shocked, honestly, but pleasantly surprised, I guess, how easy it worked.
Yeah, it was. Ryan, they need like a little cable to pull it up. It goes.
Yeah, it's got a winch on it. Yeah, it's got a winch to lift the lid up and things like that. So
yeah,
I wish I knew who it was, but he says he works at the meat factory and he receives that stuff every day at work. I don't know if this is talking about one of the meats or something.
Yeah, gotcha. I don't have him on my feed, so I don't know where he's coming from.
I wish there was just the problem is Alice.
Alice, she said Alice.
Alfie. Oh, okay. My buddy Alfie's barbecue. He was in here a little bit ago. That's the one that got blocked and he can't register on it, but he says Alfie's barbecue here and love using the sauce. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Memphis and May's coming up. Have you already started preparing for it, or are you?
Yeah, we started preparing about 9 months ago when the hogs were born. Yeah, so we've got the hogs, ready. We usually have a hog selection ceremony, and it's usually the same weekend as our hometown competition, which is actually next weekend. So this year they're not having the contest, in Washington, but we're doing a whole hog cook for the public, so that'll be fun. But we're gonna have the our buddies out and do a hog selection ceremony. It gets pretty wild, and it's pretty funny, honestly.
Do you parade them around to look at them?
We do. I have my neighbors across the road from us. They have triplet boys. They're like, I don't know what they are now, probably 7 or 8. They were barefoot running around chasing these hogs last year, along with barefooted Reagan. So if you know him and if you know how that goes, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together from there. But it was pretty crazy. It's funny.
Wow. So you raise hogs each year for just Memphis and May?
We do. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Wow. I wonder how many teams get to do that. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Not too many that I know of. Probably none, to be honest with you, besides us.
Besides you. So what, Ryan, there's a picture in there of him, of 2 years ago. Obviously you guys won the big, it should be there with them with the Memphis and May trophy and all the goofs. Yeah, there it is. Like I said, very similar picture to the last time. A little more subdued.
Yep.
That was actually a great. That was because I believe this. I mean, you couldn't ask for a bigger barbecue, but you had you, and then you had I believe that year. Then it was Heath Riles was up there with ribs, I believe, and then Mark Lambert was up there with pork. I mean, you couldn't talk about more.
Yeah.
more barbecue than that. And then it
no, you had the crew. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
pretty much the crew right there.
It was pretty hard to choose who to root for because it was like I know each of them, and it's like so I was happy with whoever won, but
yeah,
it was always
that's
good
the thing about Memphis. I mean, you know, it's so fun, you know, and there's so many teams that could win, and you know, obviously got to cook good, but you've got to get lucky, and you know, you're happy for all your friends whenever they do win. So it's you know, last year Ribs won for the first time in I think 20 years, and you know, it's just you just never know what to expect, I guess, going into it the way it works. But you know, everybody puts a lot into it. I mean, everybody's working hard, and you know, it's more expensive than any competition. There's more involved. It's, you know, you've got the on-site judging, you've got, you know, several rounds of it. I mean, it's a marathon really, but I mean, people think sometimes it's you know, a dog and pony show. I can guarantee you it's not. Like, you know, last year we made some mistakes in the finals, and right then and there I was like, well, we're done. And sure enough, I mean, it hurt us. So, you know, you got to be, that's the thing about it. Everything's got to be perfect, you know, in order to have a chance down there. So.
No, you just do whole hog down there, or
yeah, you're only allowed to do one category down there. So, you know, it's all pork, but you can only do one category. But any category can win overall. So, yeah, right. You got to pick.
So,
Judge says, "Who is the short new barbecue guy?" I don't think he's that short. I don't know what you're talking about much, but I mean, Steve's
probably talking about me. But Jesus, that picture! I can't believe that picture. Amazing.
I was gonna say, I was going to make. I mean, you said he was tall, and I'm just going. I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, all right, you're pretty damn tall. How tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
Right.
Believe it or not, people look up to me.
I was going to say, no matter what happens in life, we're going to look up to you. So,
yeah.
Well, now I don't feel so bad, but I mean,
Steve looks up to me too. So,
yeah.
Well, but yeah, I can't believe that I saw that picture, and I hadn't seen that picture in a while, but it was kind of fun. That was we were bringing that trophy in from the parking lot in the little wagon and everything. It was kind of fun. But
I was up in Chicago, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna? Well, speaking of two different things, have you guys decided on Windy City yet? Have you guys decided if you're coming or not?
Yep, we were thinking it over, but we're definitely coming this year again. You know, talk about cool events. I mean, that thing is packed with people, and you know, the country music that they have there is awesome. And you know, we had 400 for a line. I think the entire weekend, it seemed like it was no breaks, but people were digging it. We had our pulled pork nachos up there, and you know, seemed like we got pretty good reviews. So they were definitely wanting us back this year. So we're gonna make the trip one more time.
Sweet. All right, then we got to talk. We got to talk in a little bit because I want to cook with you guys. But
for sure,
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't like to brag, but yeah, I do like to brag a little bit. But you know, there's one person sitting in this room that is the reason why Blues Hog is at Windy City Smokeout, and it's this guy right here.
You're the man right there.
Yeah,
I didn't even know all that. You
didn't know all that?
Word.
Well, I went to, you know, obviously I saw you guys at Q at the Lou, and we did the Q at the Lou thing. And then I went the year before you guys. I didn't go last year to Windy City, but the year before I went and volunteered with Barbecue Relief with them at Windy City, and I was just blown away. Like, oh my God, this is like incredible. So then Mark was at the Fall Do It Best show, and I saw Mark, and I said, Mark, you guys got to go to the Windy City. I said, it's exactly like the Q and the Lou, but on steroids. I said, you guys are perfect for this. And so he checked into it, and it worked out, and we farted around with it and helped out and all that other stuff and made sure you guys got in, but which there's no doubt you were getting in, but you were a new vendor. But yeah, it was, and then of course I didn't get to go last year, but that's okay. But
it was one of those events that, you know, you always kind of heard about and wanted to, you know, kind of a bucket list style event. And you know, it's definitely all that. I mean, it's crazy. So many people, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's a good time. What did you guys serve what did you guys serve last year?
We did pulled pork nachos. You know, we do that a lot at the Q Fest, and they're a hit. People love them.
Yeah, I know I did. I think at the queue at the Lou, I had 2 orders of it. Big surprise, Ryan. I had 2 orders of pulled pork nacho. But
you'd think you'd be taller by now, as much pork as you eat. I don't know. Where you went wrong. It worked on me, but
no, I don't. Well, you had that whole all that farm activity. I mean, not up here. I don't have any of that.
I started eating pork at a young age, so
yeah.
My buddy Alfred just sent me. Oops, is he gonna rotate here? He says he does get the meat there at his meat department there.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there it is. Now he's on there, Alfonso.
Yeah, he got it there.
And now he's through. Yeah.
You got a little rain or hail there, or what is that?
Yeah, we got a little storm coming through. I think that's why our flight got delayed. So here we sit.
Nice. I mean, you can't get any better than this.
Yeah, it worked out good for you.
Yeah. Can't get any better than storm and activity. This is
Michelle said she didn't eat pork young. She's only 5'3".
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, no. So what is the week at Memphis in May? What's it like for you as far as preparing for that day? I mean, how long does it take you to get that hog ready to get it cooking?
So obviously we take the hogs in the week before and have them, processed and everything, and then we usually leave it on Tuesday to go down there and set up, which is, we're never the first ones there, that's for sure. So, they typically have you down there the weekend before to set up. So it's a big deal, and a ton of work goes into it. We usually bring 2 trailers, and we'll rent a tent and all this other stuff to that they put up for you. But like I said, you've got to decorate, you've got to have your plants and everything. All this stuff's got to be looking right, so they can literally judge you on your entire site. So it's a process of setup, and it's a big barbecue family reunion too at the same time. So you're down there with all your buddies and all your friends and all that. So there's a lot of fun that goes on. But then Friday you've got your ancillary categories. So you're busy literally all day cooking Friday on the side categories. Plus you're trying to get your hog prepped and ready. So it's just it's a marathon. It really is. Like, there's so much going on all the time, and no breaks, and trying to keep everybody somewhat focused and organized is typically pretty challenging. But it takes a lot of people. That's why I have so many people that go with us. It just takes so many people to do the little things as far as even just garnish and prep and babysitting overnight and things like that. I mean, it's just a ton that goes into it. It's a true team effort down there for sure. But so we put the hog on usually, depending on the turn-in times, they usually change them, but we'll put it on around 9:00 at night, and run it all night. We put it on at 11, I think the last couple of years, and we're always kind of pushing it on time. But we cook a big hog down there usually, about a 250 or 260 pounder. You can cook a 40 pounder if you want. So, it takes us, we're cooking hot and fast on it yet, but there's a lot of people that'll spend 24 hours on it. It's usually about a 9 to 12 hour cook for us on the mega drum. So, we're cooking hot and fast, but it's just a big hunk of meat.
Yeah, man. I mean, are you the final say on what everything does, or are you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm, I guess essentially the head cook down there, and Brad Leininger's there with us and stuff. So he and I are pretty much the go-tos down there, and we discuss what we should and shouldn't do, and try to come up with the best decision typically. But yeah, I mean, we've got Brother Dickie, we've got Skipper, we've got Reagan, we've got T-Mac. We've got a good group of people that know what they're doing, and we're always willing to help down there. So
sweet. Who designs your booth?
I do.
Wow.
Really? I used to be a landscape designer in my previous life, so it's kind of right up my alley.
Well, I mentioned to Brad from the shed when he was on, because we were talking about their booth, and massage chairs are the thing we're working, because Ryan had his neck. We were thinking massage chairs might be
it would be handy for sure. I think I saw in there they've got IVs going around this year and things like that. So there's a lot of that stuff that would be handy for sure.
I just went on vacation. I was on a cruise for Royal Caribbean, and in the spa there, they had IV treatments to cure your hangover.
There you go. That's all you need.
Wow.
It's
The
the
hangover.
thing.
They got the hangover bus in Vegas.
Yeah.
The bus actually comes around, and you can ride the bus around for a while and take your IV and get back at it.
Yep.
Just what barbecue people need is the hangover bus. Tim got blown away.
It's been a bad storm.
Sorry, I had to check my flight, make sure we're still on target.
No,
you're still there. There you are.
I probably lost you for a second.
I thought the storm knocked you out. I thought it was.
No.
It's over. It's over and done with. No, it's back again.
I think it's not too bad.
Nice.
Anyway,
Hail damage there in a minute.
I hope not.
I think it's just heavy rain. Isn't it just rain?
Yeah, it's just rain. We had a little storm go through. So
just heavy rain. I got my blue sog shirt on. I got my blue sog shirt.
There you go, bold and beefy. Looks
bold and
good.
Beefy, yeah, bold and beefy.
Look at that.
That's what Steve likes to call himself.
Well, pretty much, supermodel. Yeah, right. Yeah, I definitely didn't get the hype, but I got the beef. Beefy body. Right. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
Nope.
So, yeah.
Sounds like some horses running.
Sounds like horses running. It's getting dark by you too. Boy, that's a bad storm.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about the basketball tournaments. It's I probably get more excited. It's kind of like, it's fun. I hate to miss the barbecues, but it's fun watching these girls play, man. And they're in high school now, and you got the little ones playing as well. So anyway, we're excited about the tournament this weekend, and they're spread out in 2 different cities, and it's pretty good times.
Yeah,
that's why Michelle's filling in for me next Thursday, because I have my son's got the tryouts, so it's
there you go.
A lot of stuff I want to do and stuff, but I won't give up the sports or seeing my son doing something. So
yeah, that's right, man. We can come back to barbecues anytime. This stuff only happens once, so
right.
As somebody who's on the end spectrum of that, yes, I got with 23-year-old and the 22-year-old, and they're all doing their thing, and
there you go.
Yeah, just get ready for when their life starts, and then all of a sudden you just become a little bit less
less important.
Yeah, less important. Yeah. So enjoy it while you can, and I know she's sitting there, so just remember to always think of your parents when you're doing your when you're building your life.
She's rolling her eyes as we speak. So.
Yeah. See, she's almost there.
Yeah, she's got it figured out.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Remember,
she's ready. She wants to get to the beach as fast as she can. So I like to plan. I just don't know how we're going to execute it yet. But
I get it.
Yeah.
Chelsea, really, Dad? Really,
Dad? You're gonna do this? When's this over?
Yeah.
She doesn't understand that she just got shown out to the 4 million people that are watching this right now.
I know, pretty much famous now.
Yeah. She's famous. She's got
better watch it through TSA. They're gonna let you slide right through.
Yeah.
In the barbecue world, she's got a famous dad, so she should, and he cooks good food. I've seen some of the videos of the other stuff you cook. I think I got a picture of you holding tacos, I think, in there somewhere, right? I got a picture of you holding tacos.
Big fan of tacos, yeah.
There they are.
There you go.
Ooh, man, those should be at the Windy City.
They should be, honestly.
Maybe not for the public, but for like
just for Steve.
Just for me when I show up, make some tacos.
We could probably pull that off.
We'll see.
Probably they're either brisket or we use the skirt steaks or the flank steaks a lot when we do events.
Yeah, sweet. I know we've talked about all the sauces and everything, but we got the whole lineup here. We got the Tennessee Red, Raspberry Chipotle, Honey Mustard, Original, Smoky Mountain, Champion Blend, and the Wild Sauce. So if you guys are looking for some sauces, if you haven't tried them yet, I don't know what you're doing hiding under a rock, but go get them.
Yeah, I just think of people that come in the store and haven't tried blue. I'm just like, how could you not have tried Blues Hog yet? So it's
there's people like that out there yet. But we're doing the best we can to get it out there and, spread the word. That's what it's all about.
Well, I can honestly say the big battle is the 99-cent bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's. But I'm going to tell you, you're two different leagues when you're talking the Blues Hog sauce and you're talking Sweet Baby Ray's. Nothing against Dave Raymond and Sweet Baby Ray's, but I know who he sold it to. Has changed it a lot, but you're getting a whole different flavor from Blues Hog. That's for sure.
No, there's just there's what we do and what they do is like I said, it's a totally different ballpark right now, and somebody's got to be the least expensive, somebody's got to be the most expensive, I guess. But there's reasons for both, and we're just trying to stay true to what we do and be as efficient as we can at it without changing any of the original recipes. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the Blues Hog has injections too. I always forget the injections. I was just going to ask you, you use your own injections in the hog, right? You use your pork injection?
Yeah, for sure. We've got a pork injection and a beef injection, and we just came out with that Rise and Brine chicken injectable marinade. So, we use them, all three of them in competitions when we do that. So, it's a pretty simple pack job when I go to a contest anymore. So.
Yeah, right. But then I forgot the biggest thing that you guys got charcoal too. I mean, you guys have all the bases covered.
Well, we do. I mean, it's kind of I feel like we're one of the on a national scale. I feel like we're the most legit complete barbecue company out there. And if you look around, there's not too many that have all the bases covered like we do, as far as everything from your charcoal and even starting with your meat and everything else. I mean, charcoal, seasoning, sauces, wood chips and chunks, the grill with the Gateway drum smoker. I mean, we try to set you up with a successful package, and that's kind of what we've done in the competition world is kind of prove the prove the credibility and everything. And so when we go to regular people, we can just tell them, like, this is what we do, this is how we've done it, this is what we won with it, and you can do it too. So follow a few simple guidelines, but yeah, the charcoal is another thing that we've been growing and expanding. We've got 4 plants now, and 2 in Missouri and 2 in Kentucky. So the natural lump charcoal is hard to beat. I mean, we've got the best hardwoods in the world here in the Ozarks and things like that. So oak, hickory, and maple is what we use, and it's hands down a better product than most of what you can get out there. Larger sizes, just the whole deal. What we try to do is make it something that we would use in the contest, and that's what we sell.
And then do the because a lot of I don't sell a lot of it. The hog logs, which I think are kind of cool, because I think when we were in the Q and the Lou, I think we kind of cooked on. I know we were cooking on the briquettes for a little bit, but I think we were going in between the hog logs and but explain the process or not the process, but the benefit of using the hog logs versus just a regular lump or the briquette.
Yeah, the hog logs, I mean, they basically, it's extruded, so it's basically a cylinder. It's got the hole down the middle of it. So instead of just flowing air around the outside of a briquette, you're actually flowing air right directly through it, which makes it glow red as opposed to white when you're cooking. So it's basically going to be a hotter, hotter, cleaner fire, as you're cooking. So it's going to last longer, and it's going to, it's a larger piece. It just flows air right through the middle of it. So it's going to, give more oxygen to that fire and glow hotter. So it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. It's been used in Europe a lot and places like that, but there's only a few doing it here in the US. So yeah, it's a pretty cool product. A lot of people using them in their offsets just to maintain heat longer, so they don't have to throw as many logs. They're great for steak cooking if you've got to get a hotter flame going, things like that. So
I was trying to see if I could find a picture of them, but couldn't find anything.
Yeah. Guys, I hate to cut everything short, but we got to get in here. I think it's about go time.
That's all right, buddy.
But if you're okay with it, I appreciate you guys having me on, and it's always good to see you in that hat. And I'm looking forward to getting up there for Windy City for sure, if not sooner. But make sure you're out there this year.
Make sure you have a safe flight.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Tim. Good luck in the tournament, too.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks.
Good
See
luck,
you later.
guys. Yep.
Bye.
All right.
See, that's what happened. See, it stopped raining, and he had to go. I would do the same thing. I mean,
I would, too.
I don't want to get wet.
I was going to say, I was over at Sean's house before I had to go pick up hashtag Handsome from soccer, and he was loading up. He's going up north. He's got a tournament, I think, Michigan or Wisconsin. I'm not sure which one it is. But he grabbed 3 bags of the Blues Hog charcoal right out the back of his truck, getting ready for it. So
yeah, no, it's good. It's good stuff, and
good stuff.
We do sell a lot. They're great guys. The Blues Hog guys are great guys. Tim's a great guy. He's always so calm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to throw Michelle's up there. She said
Tim's so calm.
Then Alfie asked about the jealous devil.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't carry that one, do you?
I don't carry jealous devil. I got B&B and I got the Blues Hog brand. So yeah. So that's gonna be exciting. I got to talk to him. I'm definitely gonna try and hook up with the Windy City for. I want to cook with the Blues Hog team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try to plan it out and see if I can make it down there with the day for you.
No, I don't know if I want you there, but I'm just kidding, Brian. It would always be.
So, anyways, guys, the show has been canceled for the rest of the year. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, you know what? One of the we could work on doing. I don't know how we would get, because we would probably need microphones. We'd have to get our microphones out. But one of the days is a Thursday night. We could do a live Thursday night barbecue chat from. Yeah, those. I don't know. I don't think it'd be an issue squeaking those in. I mean, they just have to search it and everything. But yeah, we could. Yeah, everybody always pick on Steve. But Thursday night barbecue chat, we could do live from the Windy City Smokeout.
I'd have to probably call off of work Thursday or schedule that off. But.
Just let me know what you need. I'll call you off a sick.
Yeah.
Ryan's not good.
Yeah.
Ryan's not. I'll have somebody famous call you in sick.
They don't care.
They don't care.
No, I would just schedule it or something if we did. But we have to
look at Michelle. So we could do one from Memphis. We could do. We got a whole thing planned up for Memphis. I got to actually get with Michelle to talk about. I think we're going to do something with Craig Carter, the party starter. I think we do plan on going live with somebody down at Memphis in May that Thursday night. So don't know what we're going to see when we go live, but we're going to attempt to go live at Memphis in May.
Yeah. Might have to put like a 21 plus in the title.
21 plus. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what condition the party starter is going to be in, but by 7:00 at night. So I don't know.
Well, maybe he'll ride the recovery bus and get an IV.
They do have the IVs there. Somebody was telling me about the IV thing last year, where you sit in the chair and you get the IVs and stuff like that. It's so. I love Blues Hog stuff. It is my favorite. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because there's a lot of products on the wall, but
it's not saying. I mean, just because it's one of your favorites doesn't mean that the other ones are bad.
It's probably my number one, the championship blonde.
I don't know if
now it comes in the now a couple of years ago they changed over to the squeeze bottles. I mean, how could you not go wrong? Blues Hog in a squeeze bottle right off the bat.
Well,
no more pouring it out of the jar.
Jug.
The what?
The gallon jug. The Tennessee.
Well, that's why. Well, that's what I always tell people. You buy yourself, if you really like it, you buy yourself the squeeze bottle. Now you always got the squeeze bottle, and then you buy the half gallon jug, and you just keep refilling your squeeze bottle.
Isn't it a gallon?
Well, where I get it, I only have access to half gallons. I can honestly tell you, And if Tim was here, he'd probably agree, but I don't know if he's involved with the shipping of the stuff. Shipping barbecue sauce is way expensive. You start getting the half gallons and the gallons in there, and the freight bill is insane because of the weight and everything of it. It's insane.
Well,
so now I get it from a different source, a distributor that's somewhat local to.
Right.
So I don't have to pay all the shipping. Another good show. See, we got another great show.
Yeah, it's always a good show. I'm sure it'll be a great show next week with Michelle filling in for me. Michelle, make sure you give Steve a hard time and throw some
probably better than normal. Shell shows are usually pretty fun.
Oh, so my shows aren't, is what you're saying. I got you.
Well, you're like comfortable.
Yeah, see? Michelle said absolutely.
Absolutely. The shows are better than when you're on. I get it. I understand.
No, she's going to absolutely throw some dick.
Oh, that's what it was. I kind of put it as the.
See, she said we miss you.
I miss you already. That means I gotta be in charge of all the.
And you gotta get all the pictures and everything. Well, you did a great job with all the pictures this week.
I didn't even use them all. Did we use them all?
I don't know. I think so. Oh well, we didn't show off the seasonings.
The same seasonings. The seasonings. Dude, that chicken one. If somebody wants a good, that one is better. And he mentioned the truffle and the chops. Yeah, I meant to ask him if that was. I think it was just for the picture, but I was going to ask him if that's like the sauce pouring pose that you have your arm behind your back like that.
Well, it helps balance you out.
Make sure it's an even pour.
Right.
I think it was just so he wasn't in the way of the picture, but it was kind of
that's possibly too. Steve and Michelle says, dude, their sauces are amazing. They're
really good. Actually, all of them are really good. And then I think the mustard one, best sauce at Memphis in May a couple of years ago, I think. So their mustard sauce is I really like that wild sauce. I don't sell a lot of the wild sauce because I don't think people kind of get it a little bit, but I think it's a cool flavor. I
do get what he's saying though. Like, I think I have a thing of bold and beefy sitting, the seasoning sitting in my pantry, and I don't use it on enough stuff.
There you go. Now when you do your videos, I mean, crack it open.
I should try some eggs. He said, he said the chicken one, I think he said. Was that the garlicky one? I'm really interested if they do come out with the buffalo garlic parmesan. Garlic parm wings are probably one of my favorites.
That sounds good like right now.
Well, yeah. Just gotta wait. I mean, you heard it here on Thursday night barbecue chat.
You only hear things like that on Thursday night barbecue chat.
Yeah.
See, when it becomes big and mainstream, then then people won't say these things like they say now because now that they feel it's just a little show.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that are.
How many people are going to know about this sauce if I let it slip out that these exciting new things are coming out?
Yeah.
Spicy sauce, garlic parm sauce.
Hashtag handsome's coming in.
Oh, here we go. Come on in.
He just wants look at this. He's got this full soccer blanket hoodie Sherpa type thing.
Wow.
Now he's just eating my freeze-dried Skittles.
Were the freeze-dried Skittles, were those prescribed for the doctor to make your neck feel better?
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. I got that, and then I got these two freeze-dried gummy bears.
Those are designed to help the neck.
Yes.
By giving you
not medically proven, but it possibly helps.
Put you in a sugar coma so that way you're
yes. Well, the nice part about these, the freeze-dried Skittles, you bite into Skittles, they stick to your teeth and everything.
Yeah.
These are crunchy, so they're.
Oh, that's yeah.
And they don't stick. They're nice.
Roy says CBD gummy bears.
They're not CBD gummy bears.
What's that?
And then this is the freeze-dried gummy bear. It looks like a big
cow.
It was like a big styrofoam thing.
Is that grape?
Maybe. Try it.
Try it. Yeah. What does it taste like?
Oh, these ones are sticky.
Those are a little sticky.
Those were that was the bag of free dried cicadas.
No, those are freeze-dried
That
cicadas.
is grape though.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait for cicada season to start.
I think they said the 17th.
Hi, Uncle.
Roy says hi, nephew.
Oh,
So
I didn't know you and Roy were related.
Hashtag Handsome went to help out Fred, Little Bird Kitchens, at one of his shows here at the American Legion in Yorkville. Roy showed up and they somehow named himself that they were his uncle.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Oh, what happened? Usually you got to be around for a long time for that to happen, but it happens. But
It's been a long time.
it has been a while.
I'm glad you guys are munching.
Yeah, it's sticking in my teeth. The gummy bears stick to the teeth. The Skittles don't.
Oh.
Yeah, Karen and I adopted hashtag Handsome.
Well, see, there you go. So now,
Okay, so Uncle Roy, soccer tuition's coming up soon.
that's
so
I was just gonna say.
I'm gonna
Since
need a
you
little help.
adopted them, that's
He's-
half
He's
the.
got it. He's like, hey, Uncle Roy. Yeah. So,
Penny up,
anyways.
pony up, pony up.
guys, it's been another great show. Tim Scheer from Blues Hog, Gateway Drums. Yeah,
Marble Ridge Farms.
Great show. Come back in next Thursday.
We don't know who's going to be here next Thursday. I'm not even going to say who's going to be here next Thursday, just in case.
Just in case. Yeah, you just got to put you'll have to put the ad out there. And guys, well, we just went down to one person. Everybody left us. It's probably still Roy. Yeah. Got to start to tell people that they can share this out while they're watching as well. That would help.
We should probably do that in the beginning
Yeah.
when the show's
Not
exciting.
the end when there's one person, but
Yeah.
yeah. So next Thursday, I won't be here. Come hang out with Steve. Give him a
How
hard
will
time.
you be here?
Because you got soccer tryout.
Why won't you be here?
What team?
You got tryouts on Monday and Thursdays.
What team? What team's Thursday?
Evolution and Galaxy.
Oh, not Galaxy.
Well, there goes
No.
that. There goes that tryout. If anybody from them are watching,
Yeah. So yeah, guys, every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, it's all about the barbecue. Blackstone and Beer Network presents the Barbecue Cat. So
the barbecue cats. Did you say barbecue cats?
Barbecue Chat.
Chat. Oh, barbecue chat.
It's all about.
I thought you meant
and Beer Chat.
I thought you meant the two cool cats sitting here who do the show every week.
Wow,
cool cats.
why do you have so much candy down here?
It's good for the neck.
It's good for the neck. All right, guys. Steve will see you next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks. So,
Good night, everybody. To be nice and kind and happy and everything to everybody. And hey, let's just go out and shop local and shop small and spend some money at some small stores.
yeah, sounds good.
How are you?
Sounds
See you guys later.